Finally, we have some Counter-Strike on the stream, and actually I'm joined here by one of the CS players in the tournament. It is, of course, Stryker from Titans. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Just lost the game, so not that good.
Yeah, I actually just want to, yeah, I'm fortunate about the game. We'll talk about it, but I just want to congratulate you, firstly. You're the first person in China that I've interviewed that's taller than me.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done on that aspect. So let's talk about the game, because you just come off a really close match between W and V. You played Inferno, halftime score 8-7 in your favor, playing T side. Now, you lost the pistol round.
Yeah, we lost both pistols. That hurt us pretty bad. The 6 rounds gone right there. There were some really close rounds where we couldn't defuse the bomb in time. So I guess we have to work on that.
Okay, so, I mean, is that pretty much what went wrong for you? I mean, if you hit the pistol rounds, you think it would have gone your way and you would be in the upper bracket finals now?
Definitely. We screwed up bad. Pistols, individual mistakes cost us. I'm not going to name names, but we know we screwed up. But with this team, we've only been together for a week before coming down for this event. We got new players in. Our older players, some of them, you know, they've been in national service. Another one, his father fell ill. He can't play anymore. He says he's got to take care of his dad. So this is a completely new lineup. So far, for a week's practice, I'm proud of the team. They've done pretty good.
Well, that's really interesting, because actually when I stood behind you and watched you play, I noticed it's the guy to the left of you. I can't remember his Sick. Yeah, Sick. He's one of the older members, surely, because he's loud as hell.
He's actually what do you call our Malaysian superstar. He's from Malaysia. The rest of us are from Singapore. And when our player couldn't make it for this event, we decided to bring him in, and he's going to play for us for the 09 season.
Yeah, a good addition to the team, you feel?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of tactical depth with this guy. He's a safe player, smart player, and you know, if I freeze up during the game, I can't think of what to do. You know, I know he's still around to back me up.
Okay, so this is really interesting, actually, because this wasn't your lineup when you were trying to qualify for WCG, because you missed out on that. And do you think with this lineup you would have been able to do that? Because you surpassed the other team from Singapore here.
Well, I think with this lineup, we would have pretty much taken WCG. Last year, actually, we chose not to take part because we were competing in the CGS at that time, and we just come back from LA. We were on a bit of a vacation. That's why we didn't take part in WCG. But this year around, I think with this lineup, we stand a pretty good chance.
Okay, and can I ask, you finished the game, you lost, and I wanted to give you time to talk to your players, obviously, and it was a lengthy talk. So obviously a lot of things were brought up in this discussion about what went wrong with WMV. What kind of things were brought up in this talk?
Well, actually, we were just pretty much focusing on the next game. We were thinking about, you know, who would probably lose and come meet us in the loser bracket, and we just wanted to make sure we fixed the mistakes on that map, not particularly what went wrong in the game. We were like, we're weak at this, we're weak at that, let's try to solve it in the next 20 minutes, figure out something that is simple, effective, but will work. Nothing too fancy, yeah, but we're hoping it doesn't happen again in the next game.
Can I ask you, because it was Inferno, the map, can I ask you what you felt you were weak on?
I think we were afraid to hold the bomb sites on our own. A lot of rotations, we over-rotated quite a bit. We weren't sure which bomb site they'd be coming to, and quite a few times they picked the right site to hit where we only had one guy. So we're going to learn how to not do that, how to spot them first, find out where they are before we commit to anything.
Okay, so looking at the next match, either going to be Fox, you've already played them in the group stages, so it's more than likely that you won't be playing them. The other team that you possibly will play is Tai Lu Gaming from China. What do you think about them, because you haven't played them yet?
We've played them once in practice when we were here a couple of days before. They're a good team, passionate team from what I can see. They're crazy, they scream, they yell, they're all about the game. So I think it'll be interesting if we get to play them, because we're a pretty crazy team as well. We like to yell, we like to get it out there, like to get the crowd going. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I want to see who has more fire for this.
So it's going to be a competition of who's going to win the loudest team here. Actually, I was going to say congratulations, because you were way louder than WNV. You actually looked like you scared them at points in the game.
I'm hoping we did. If you know, that works for Tai Lu, then so be it. You know, I'm going to do it over and over again.
Okay, so let's talk, because you just mentioned a while back about CGS. Obviously, you're in CGS, and we've spoken to some people on the show of ESL TV about what they think about the demise of it and how it affects gaming. Obviously, you're here at a very stable, fantastic organization, the Intel Extreme Masters, where nothing would ever happen like that. But, I mean, what did you make of this? Is it bad for gaming? I mean, did it come as a shock to you?
Good and bad, I think. Because, well, I'm just speaking from a Counter-Strike perspective, because with the division between Source and 1.6, I was getting a bit pissed off as well, because I kept having to jump through Source to 1.6, Source and 1.6. And now that the CGS is effectively dead, that has pretty much killed the Source community. I'm happy about that, because I love playing 1.6. I love the game. But it is a step back, because the CGS really was a very professional league. Everything was done top-notch. You felt like a superstar from day one. They treated you like a real athlete, no questions asked. Nobody would look at you and go like, you play games? You know? They actually treated you like a real athlete. It's a little different in the other leagues. You don't get that sense of, you know, you're a professional and all that. But I think in the long run, like with events like this and stuff, I mean, with the new stadium and all that, that's a step forward too, you know, but probably in the right direction. Theirs was a little bit too ambitious.
Yeah, well, I mean, people treated you like a superstar because you had wallets filled with superstar money. So, I mean, okay, so, and yeah, I mean, so you just touched upon that. What do you think of this esports stadium here in Chengdu?
I think it's the right first step. Smaller stadiums, you know, around China would be nice. Have a collective Chinese league, that would be awesome, because obviously everyone knows they're crazy about gaming. We came here in 2004, played the first ever CPL China. We were the only Singapore team, and it was all Chinese teams. We won that event, and we were thinking to ourselves, hey, we're pretty okay. 2005, WMV showed up, and they just took the world by storm. Just in those couple of months, they did miracles. So we started a nice league here, joined it up with what's going on in Europe. I think we got a pretty good international league going.
Okay, yeah, and obviously we have the PGL over in China as well. I'm interested, particularly in Counter-Strike teams, by the makeup of players. I just want to know, if you were to take your 5 players and you say, this guy's the brains, this guy's the talent, this guy is, you know, the rock that we can always rely on, okay? I would like you now, if you can, to name, you know, obviously with yourself included, your team and what they bring to the table and why that, you know, kind of, because if you look at teams like SK, if you look at Zet, you know, he is the talent. You look at Wally and you look, well, Tempo's definitely the rock. And now they're very successful because they have the kind of right lineup. And I think Fnatic had that and maybe lost it a bit. But what about your team?
Well, for us, I think it's pretty easy to say. Randy's probably the rock. I'm not exactly the brains, but I do help in Sean. Is sick. He's probably the brains, and the other guy, Extreme, on my right earlier, he's a talent. He's 18. He's crazy. He's got crazy aim. He just needs to pick up a bit more in the game. This is only his second or third international event ever, so he's doing pretty good. And the last one on the right, Tech Duck. I don't know. He's our utility man. He does everything. You know, it's hard to pick him off in the game. He stays alive. He's smart. He reports. And my right hand man. You could call him that.
All right, absolutely fantastic. Well, I look forward to seeing the A-team, so to speak, that you've just named in action in your next match, and I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for talking to us, Stryker.